Hey, hi. Let's move on to the DBMS question 16. So you can see here, there's a big description. Let's read it. So the marks of the term examinations of the Kaluvila Junior College are still recorded in books. Because of this, the principal has to spend a lot of time when he needs to check the marks of the student. Therefore, he decided to include the term marks of all the students studying in his school in a computer software. The software was developed by a software development company called AI Soft. The software should be able to store all student term scores and student assessment scores. The principal has decided to develop this software to include the marks of students in grade 11 as the first stage of this software. So you work as a senior software engineer at this company. So you and your team are tasked with creating the database here and the SQL query used to provide the following requirements. So um, let's read these requirements one by one and create a database named exam underscore marks underscore db. To store students' marks, use the ER diagram to read this database. So you can see here I have already created the database. So exam underscore marks db. So let's move on to the second one. Create a table named student to store students' data. Create the table according to the instructions below. So if you look at these instructions, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 attributes, and those every attribute's data type is varchar, and there are different character lengths. So I'm gonna do the table. I'm gonna create a table called student. Student, and the first attribute name is index number, I guess. Let's see the index number. In it has to be the primary key, and the data type is varchar, as I said earlier. And the length is around 50, I guess. And the second one is first name. Oh, no, the length is has to be 10. Second one is first name, and the third one is last name, and the fourth one is gender, and the fifth one is contact number. Hold on, gender, character length is 10, and the last one is contact number. Also the character length is 10. Boom, we have created our student table successfully. Now we had to create the school has the, we had to create the table called class to store the details of those classes. So the school has two grade 11 classes. So for that, I'm going to create a new table called class. And the class needs an ID, class ID, I guess, class ID, right? And the integer is the data type, and it is the primary key, and it has to be auto increment. And the class name is the second attribute. So in this case, I want to give auto increment. The second one is class name. Data type must be varchar, and the character length must be is 45, and we have created the second table in this case. And the third question is, now let's move to the fourth one. The fourth one is create a table called subject to store the subject stored by in this the to store the subjects stored in this pool. Create create the table according to the instructions below. So you can see here there's a attribute called price subject ID, and another attribute called subject name. So I'm going to create a subject table real quick. Subject ID is the first attribute name, and it is a primary key, and it needs to be auto increment. And the second one is subject name. The data type is varchar, and the character length is 45. And we have we have created our second table, and the fourth table, and we are in the question 5. And the fifth one is create an exam term table, and there are 3 attributes: term ID, term name, and exam date. So I'm going to create that exam term and term ID. And what else? Term ID, term name, exam date, term name, and exam date. The data type is date in this case. Yeah, so we have successfully created all the tables that we require in this case. And let's move on to the question 17, and I'll see you in the question 17. Thank you for watching.